are watching TechMag TV News Flash, and in our top stories today, war vets make demands to President Mnangagwa for cabinet reshuffle. Civil servants not eligible for food aid. Timber-led CCC faction suffers another blow. Zimbabwe's annual inflation up by 3.5%. And now in stories in greater detail. ZANU-PF Central Committee member and former legislator Blessed Geza has called on President Mnangagwa to reshuffle his cabinet to accommodate war veterans. Geza said that those who were working against Mnangagwa are those who are now enjoying the fruits, while war veterans are being sidelined. Geza also complained about alleged judicial capture and abuse of law by top ZANU-PF chiefs. Moving on, the Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, July Moyo, says civil servants are ineligible for drought relief aid because their salaries are sufficient to purchase food. Moyo claims government employees earn more than their private sector counterparts, except for those working in non-governmental organizations. He stated that civil servants receive a minimum monthly wage of $350 plus a local currency allowance. The minister clarified that elderly individuals in urban areas, people with disabilities, child-headed families, households with no working members, and those already receiving governmental allowances are eligible for the food aid. And moving on to Parliament. The Jameson Timber faction of the Citizen Coalition for Change suffered a blow on Tuesday when Speaker of Parliament Jacob Mdenda rescinded its appointment of portfolio point persons made in February. Chipinge South MP Clifford Hlachwayo had been named as the Triple C leaders of the House, with Nomathemba Ndlovu, the proportional representation MP of Matabeleland South, as Chief Whip in a letter sent to Mdenda by Jameson Timber, who has declared himself as the party's interim new leader. Mudenda now says he made a mistake by acting on Timber's letter. Instead, he has now invited a rival faction led by Professor Welshman Ncube to submit its list of leaders in Parliament. The new maneuvers by Mudenda could clear the way for Professor Ncube to secure government recognition as the leader of the opposition, an official title that would come with perks. And in business news, Zimbabwe's annual inflation rose by 3.5% in USD terms in May, Zimsted says, as it released the first ZiG price data. Zimsted says in US dollar terms, year-on-year inflation was 3.5% in May, while month-on-month inflation was 0.1%, easing 0.7 percentage points from May. In ZiG, inflation was minus 2.4% in May 2024. This is the rate at which ZiG prices changed between April, when ZiG was launched, and in May. US dollar inflation in May was mostly driven by the cost of food and non-alcoholic beverages, followed by furniture and equipment. The cost of transport was the biggest contributor to the weighted monthly inflation in May, according to Zimsted. And finally, in sport, caretaker Warriors coach Jairus Tapera has named his squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers against Lesotho and South Africa. Zimbabwe hosts Lesotho in Johannesburg on the 7th CAF standards. And that was all we had on this news bulletin. For more of these stories, do follow us on techmag.tv. Thank you for watching.